The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of WBGR Network.
It's that time of the year. Who's ready for Christmas? I am. Yes, you all know I started that shopping on Black Friday. I was out there with the hustle and the bustle all night. My mom, my sister, and myself, yes, we stayed out for 24 hours or more. Yep, but you know what? That's what we do and that's what we love to do. So we're going to keep that connection going because that's a family thing. But I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. So we're going to get this show started because I have the band and artist manager, Smiley Johnson, in the building today. And she's going to share some things with you all. And if you're looking for the entertainment business or you're trying to get into that business, she's going to be the one who's going to be able to help you. So first, I want to shout out Miss Ava Cleveland. Ava is a young lady who is 3 years old, who had heart surgery and who has a half a heart. She had her heart surgery last Wednesday. She is still in the hospital. She is doing well. Her mom called her a little superstar, a little superhero today, and I believe it. She's a little superhero. She has her good days and she has her bad days, but her good days are outweighing her bad. So please continue the support. They are doing, everyone has been so gracious, and the parents want to say thank you. So I'm thanking you on behalf of the Cleveland family, and I'm thanking you for the support because ever since I made that announcement, you all have been supporting, and I appreciate that. So again, her Cash App is $Ava's New Heart, AVASNEWHEART. How about it? Did you all get your tickets for Anissa Twinkie Hargrove Sings Atlantic Star? Did you get your tickets? I'm going to show y'all this. Isn't she pretty? That's a little black and white copy. It's not cute, but she's beautiful. So you need to make sure you get your tickets for the Carlisle Club, and that is January the 12th. That's a Sunday night. Go out for date night, and they have good food and a beautiful atmosphere. You would love it. I think the show, no, I'm going to tell you for sure, the doors open at 5 and the show starts at 6. And I'm sure you'll be home by 9 o'clock and you don't have to take off and call out slick and not sick. So I'm sure you'll have a good time and enjoy that date night out. Also, special announcement. Next week, Lisa will pop her head in and say hello. But I have the honor, yet the privilege of having my pastor, Kenneth Riolan Jr., to come on my show, and he will be the host next Thursday, the day after Christmas. Put it on your calendar at 5:30 because he's going to have a word to share with you. And I am so honored and so blessed to have him to close out my show for 2019. So next week, get ready and don't miss it. I want to do my happy birthday shout outs because I'm not going to do a whole lot of announcements next week. I'm just going to say hello, and then I'm going to move right along because, again, I'm not going to have a host and a co-host. I'm just going to have a host for the show. So I will not be sitting in this seat doing all of these announcements. So I just wanted to share happy birthdays because I have a list of them because I had to grab some from this week and next week. So let's go down the list. Miss Janet Cooper Pitts, very good friend of mine. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoyed your day on yesterday. Emma Raoul, a church member, I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Miss Arletta King, a friend of the family, I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Miss Fernetta Baker, very good friend of mine, and her birthday is actually today, right? Happy birthday, Fernetta. Yes, and she is with Down Home Cuisine Catering Company, and she also sings. If you remember a while back, she was on a show, I want to say in September. So check them out, Down Home Cuisine. Wonderful people, loving family, and honey, they can cook. So make sure you check them out as well. Lolo Smith, a family member, I want to wish you happy birthday. William Farmer, one of my old neighbors, like a big brother, happy birthday. Atokia Foster, happy birthday to you. Chris Jones, a classmate, happy birthday to you. Derek Jones, my good girlfriend's husband, happy birthday to you. And Miss Nadine Mason, is Nadine on here tonight? One of my good girlfriends, her birthday is coming up as well. I believe it's the 21st. So I hope I got that right, because Nadine's going to get me if I was wrong. But happy birthday to you. Mr. Dwayne Washington, happy birthday to you. Thyla Green, a church member, happy birthday to you. Lakeisha Boyd, happy birthday to you. Benjamin Major, my cousin in Philadelphia, happy birthday to you. Savani Bell, happy birthday to you, my cousin in Roanoke, Virginia. So I wish all of you Christmas babies happy birthday. I hope you enjoy and get ready for Christmas. And don't let nobody fool you and give you one gift for Christmas and your birthday. Don't let them set you up. So before we go to our commercial break, I am going to share the scripture for the week. Now, I did change it because my first lady put a scripture up there today. And I said, we need to change some things. We need to change some things. And I tell you what, like I always say, when God says to shift, you need to shift. You need to be obedient, and you need to listen. So Romans 8:31, when people are working against you, just remember who's working for you. Did y'all hear that? When people are working against you, just remember who's working for you. Come on now. Now that right there spoke to me today. God always has a plan. He always has a plan. You might get something in the mail that upsets you, or have broken your heart. You may get a phone call. It doesn't matter what it was. You might run into an old friend and find out some bad news. You may go to the doctor and get some bad news. But guess what? Always remember who's working for you, and God has a plan. We'll be back after this commercial break with Smiley Johnson. See you all in a few.
Smiley Johnson Band Management. Having a great appreciation for all music genres and absolutely loving live concerts, Smiley Johnson has become an amazing music aficionado. In 2010, she started out assisting an independent jazz artist with small tasks, eventually leading to other duties. She began receiving inquiries from musicians and bands, some of which she had to turn down since there were too many for her to fully commit. Already possessing necessary tools and characteristics needed for artist management was instrumental in Smiley's ability to capitalize on her skills. She began expanding her knowledge about the music industry, helping her become effective in her role as an artist manager. A lot of lessons were learned and will continue to be learned. Her motto is always learning, always growing. You must be open to learning opportunities and teachable moments. Some of her best lessons came from simple observation. Smiley's primary focus is to take some of the business burden off the artist by allowing them to focus on their artistry. Having a small business has its challenges, not always having the necessary resources like some of the larger artist management companies. Smiley has learned to be creative with her resources. She does have a small team who are reliable and resourceful. Smiley continues to build relationships inside and outside of the Washington, D.C. area. Join Lisa Harris Green as she welcomes Smiley Johnson.
Welcome back. And look who I have with me. This beautiful lady right here, Miss Allen lady. She just came back off a vacation.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I met Smiley years ago through Anissa Twinkie Hargrove. And our relationship has been amazing. I mean, we just blossomed into great friends. And we love doing business together. We just have a good time together.
Well, you know, Lisa, we kind of grew up in the same neighborhood. We didn't know each other, but I remember you in Oxon Hill. Same demeanor, same smile. Really, we should call you Smiley. Oh, every time I see you, you got a big, beautiful smile.
Yeah, she called me today. She said, okay, Smiley number 2, I'm ready. So I guess that's my nickname now, Smiley number 2. But I thank you for taking the time. I know it's holiday time. I know it's very busy, and everybody's trying to get ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
But you took the time out to come here and spend some time with us today.
Absolutely, and thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Smiley was coming in the building today, and her timing was like impeccable. So I put a post up earlier. I had ran into the Furlough Cheesecake ladies, and when I came into the studio, and one of the young ladies, her daughter's a singer, and I said, well, the artist manager is coming in a minute. She said, yeah, because she needs somebody, and I said, well, the door's open and there's Smiley. She was walking in the door. So,
look at the universe.
Come on now. Look at just
it.
timing, God's timing, So tell them a little bit about yourself. How did you get started with artist management? I know that can be a tough thing at times.
Well, honestly, it kind of found me. I mean, I've always been a music aficionado, but I had a friend who was in a jazz band, and I would go out to support her.
Okay.
And I noticed that she didn't have a sign-up sheet or where folks could follow her. She didn't have any cards out. I'm like, girl, what's going on with you? She was like, girl, I don't have time for that. I'm like, no, this is your brand. You have to have things. You have to have information where people can find you.
Exactly.
So it kind of started out like that, just me helping her out, and then it branched on to other things.
Okay. So that was good. So how is it, trying to work with certain personalities and work with different, because I know personally, my cousin, she's a singer, and I've been, at venues with her when she was on the road, and that could be a cluster. Everybody pulling you 10,000 different ways, and sound check, and if you're running late, that's a problem. How do you pull all that together with the venue and trying to get the artist there on time, especially if it's a band and it's more than one person?
Oh, yeah. Well, first and foremost, I work with really great people, and my job is to kind of keep the burden and the stress off of them. So I kind of enjoy making sure everything is right, so they can go out and have a great show for their fans.
Okay, because I've seen you in action many times. So.
Yeah, sometimes I have to wear a different hat. I gotta have that hat. Like, look, we need this done. You guys are behind, but it all works out. It always works out well. So.
But guess what, you all? She keeps smiling.
And that smile helps me get things done.
That's right.
Attitude is everything. So.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I think a lot of people don't realize how important it is to have a good and positive attitude towards things, because your attitude is really going to be the outcome.
Exactly.
And a lot of folks do not understand that.
And it's easier, being nice to people as opposed. I mean, sometimes you want to set it off, but you have to, take that moment, pause, think about it, and you just kind of execute it and get what you want. You want the bottom line is to get what you want.
That's right.
To resolve whatever the issue is.
Okay. Okay. So tell us, what was one of the things when you're out on the road? What? Tell us about an ordeal that you had that was kind of difficult, or something that you had to iron out, but the show still started on time.
Sometimes sometimes the artist is not quite ready, especially with women.
Okay.
That last minute I gotta buckle my shoe, or
I gotta run in the stocking.
Those kind of things. So we can kind of those things aren't a big issue, but it does happen.
Right.
Because my ladies want to look good before they hit the stage, and I understand it. I'm a lady, so I get it.
Absolutely.
But it's nothing that's caused any chaotic confusion.
That's right. That's right. Because as we know, the show must always go on.
Yes.
I had my visitor last week, my guest that I had, my co-host last week, Miss Oliver. Bless her heart, she was on her way 2 hours in advance. But with traffic, we had to get on the phone and bring her in over the phone, over the cellular phone, and the show went on.
So thank God for technology.
That's the
age we live in. Things happen.
There you go. So I don't care what happens, you always have to have a plan B.
And C.
And D. So you have a show coming up, or you want to make an announcement of someone you're working with?
Well, you just mentioned Anissa Hargrove. So
Yes.
for all of my folks out there who love the 80s music, that was a bomb time for me. I love the 80s. Atlantic Star, she's going to be doing a tribute to Atlantic Star, Silver Shadow, Circles,
Yes.
Wherever we go over, all that group. That's somebody else, I'm sorry. But anyway, Atlantic Star. So if you like Atlantic Star, come on out January 12th.
Yes.
Also, on that same segue into new music, Anissa Hargrove, we having some new music in 2020.
Yes.
As well as Tyra Levon.
Yes.
She's working on new music. So we have a lot of, first of all, we got a lot of great indie artists in the Baltimore, D.C. area. So I want to shout you out. Thank you for your artistry. Thank you for your talent and sharing your gift with the world. Stay on your path. I know it gets hard. It's discouraging sometimes, but I just want to acknowledge all of those indie artists who are working hard.
Absolutely.
And putting out good music that the world needs to hear.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you have any up-and-coming artists that we haven't heard about yet that you want to shout out or give any announcements, or that you can? Because you may not be able to announce them yet.
Well, not yet.
Okay.
I don't have any contract or agreements yet, so I don't want to,
Okay, so we got to have you come back on the show so you can tell us all about them.
So,
or have them on the show.
Absolutely.
That's what we do.
Yeah, thank you for this platform. This is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, this platform was for not just me to share my story, but for everybody to come share their story and to promote their business. You come out here, let everybody know what you're doing, or share your story. Somebody out there you're going to help, whether it's your story or it's your business.
And I absolutely love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Keep
you.
it up.
Thank you so much. So I do have a couple questions for Miss Smiley when we return. So we're going to go to commercial break, and then we'll be back with Miss Smiley.
Right.
Thank you.
Trust and believe on your knees right here with me. But you gotta trust me. I see you every day. I guess I finally found the nerve to say I want you. But I wonder if you feel the same. I can't help but see that look that's in your eyes. 'Cause you're not like them other guys. I can tell you need a little touch of time. Just give it a try. You deserve.
and opinions expressed in this broadcast do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of
We are back, and thank you to all of my sponsors with your commercials. We appreciate you, and we're going to move right along. So, Miss Smiley, before I ask you this one question, which might take you a minute to answer,
Okay.
how can someone get in touch with you?
Oh, that's easy. You can reach me on any of the social media platforms. Facebook, that's SJ Sam Johnson, Smiley Johnson. Band Management, but that's abbreviated MGMT .com, or Instagram. I just launched the Instagram page. It's pretty new, so you can also follow me there. And my phone number is 301-485-9199.
And I also have her business card front and back, so I'll make sure I'll take a screenshot of the business card and make sure that we'll put it in the comment section down here. So if anyone's looking for a band manager or an artist manager, you can contact Miss Smiley Johnson. So I'd like to know, what are your pet peeves? What do you have? What kind of takeaways do you have for someone who wants to come into the business?
Okay, well, my personal pet peeves as a artist management,
Uh-oh.
what I call the 3 Ps.
Okay.
You know, whether you have a manager or not, I think
Okay.
this advice will work for you. The 3 Ps is preparation.
Uh-oh.
Always be prepared.
Okay.
You know, if the client has special requests, special music, learn the music.
Okay.
The second one is punctual.
Yes.
As we know, in this area, traffic is horrific.
Yes.
So allow adequate travel time.
Yes.
The client don't want to see you late. They made special preparation for their event.
Yes.
Whatever celebratory event it is, they spent money on caterers,
Exactly.
food, the band, all that good stuff. And the third one is professional. Be professional.
That's a big one.
That's very, very important. I look for, make sure there's no, drinks on the stage other than water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Just be professional. The stage is your office, so you wouldn't have a Miller's Light on your desk at work.
There you go.
Let's just, keep it professional.
Okay.
So those 3 Ps, if you live by that, I promise you will get more gigs.
Okay.
Gigs and gigs.
And that's not only with being an artist or
Yeah.
being a band. You just need to keep it professional regardless. I don't care what business you're in.
Exactly.
You have to keep it professional because, again, that's something, what you put out, that's what you're going to get back.
Exactly, and I think
Yes.
sometimes, sometimes we have a tendency to get very comfortable with people. You have to remember that they're writing the check, so just keep it professional.
Yes.
Respect boundaries, and
Yes.
Execute and do a great job.
Yes, okay. Well, we're looking forward to great things from you.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
looking forward to having your artists and your band on our show.
But yeah, I'm looking
So-
forward to coming back.
Yes, because we're excited about that.
Yes.
So remember, if you need Smiley Johnson, you know how to get in contact with her. Again, I am going to put her card for SJ Band and Artist Management. I'm going to screenshot it and put it into the comment
you.
section. So if you need it, it's going to be very handy. And also, if you have to go back to grab this information, remember, you can always check us out on my YouTube page. That's where I have all of my shows from September 5th, 2019. We are looking for a great year in 2020.
Woo-hoo.
Okay?
Yes,
Let me
yes.
say that again. We're looking for a great year
I
in
know I am.
2020.
Yes.
Okay? So I know a lot of people have resolutions. What's your New Year's resolution?
You know, just to continue on my path and hopefully,
Okay.
you know, have more artists join my team.
Okay.
But just provide good, you know, good representation for the artists.
Okay. So I was talking with my husband, Mark, Big G and Family Catering, and our resolution this year is going to be self-care.
Oh.
We do so much out there doing the businesses and, you know, working and taking care of the family and doing everything else. We're going to use that timeshare and utilize
That's
it and
good.
get out and start doing some more vacationing.
All
So-
that you do, you need it.
Yes.
Work-life balance is very, very critical for
Yes.
all of us. So just make sure you balance your time and your work and take care of yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you know, you always know, and you can feel when you're starting to get tired.
Yes.
Yes.
Your body will let you know.
Yes. It'll let you know quickly.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And remember,
Yes.
next week, get ready for Pastor Kenneth Riolan Jr. He will be in the building, and he will be hosting exclusively for you. I love you all, and I'll meet you at the top because it's way too crowded at the bottom. And have a wonderful Christmas. God bless you all.
Hi. Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you.